Hey all, this is Dino the Ops Guy. Welcome back to Production Management in Practice, or Stardew Production Management 101. This is basically a university level type course where I teach production management, and rather than do it very dry with no examples, I start with the example. In this case, the example is in a factory. Now, it's not a real factory, it's a virtual factory. It's Stardew Valley. So we will take the production issues of Stardew Valley and open them up and sort of discuss them, work towards them, and do the best we can in the game. So, not to say that this is the best you can ever play in the game. There's some sort of shortcuts or sort of game tricks that you can use, but we're not doing the game tricks. We're doing production management issues. So yeah, you could do better if you use some special character as your name, and people give you stuff all the time. But if you're just playing a vanilla version, whether it's Stardew Valley or whether it's a factory that you happen to have that you run, we're looking at best practices here so that you can figure out what production management is all about. It is episode 27. That to say there are 26 episodes that preceded this, if you're interested in going to see. But we are going to carry on with this, notwithstanding this episode 27. It is also day 27, second last day, or the penultimate day of spring. So we will get right into it. We have, so I'm Dino the Ops Guy. I do the strategic side of things, the management side of things, and then sort of production management on the floor, if you will, is done by Av, a really good guy that we have that does production management on the floor, sort of the day-to-day issues, because you have to really look at them as separate, the strategic side versus the day-to-day side, the execution side. And we've done that with me being the strategy or management person, upper management person, and Av being the execution person. So Av's list of things to do today are water crops and pet animals and harvest, process geodes, sell surplus minerals. There's some things that we want to get from Gunther. So we got to get some more donations to the museum. So we're going to donate to Gunther, as well as, if we see the rings, it's a good time for getting fishing spots if we have free time. We're still looking for a bullhead. Doesn't have to happen in the next couple of days, but it'd be nice to get that checked off, as well as foraging. So we're going to leave it to Av. Av is very adept at doing this. So Av, it's over to your capable hands. Take it away. Okay, thanks, Dino. We are back. It is day 27. We got a few things that we have to do, and it looks like the spirits are displeased, and it's going to be nice tomorrow. So let's pet Meow and pet the bull, put some watering down. We do have some cauliflower to harvest. That's good. We had planned ahead on that, so it's nice to get cauliflower near the end. It looks like we'll have another harvest tomorrow, so that's going to be awesome. We can only learn how to use the watering can properly. So we'll pick up all of our cauliflower. We will also go and pet our chickies. Chick. And let them loose. Let them be free-range chickies. Finish watering, and then we're going to pick up our crab pot spoils here. So, you know what? We should just fix the crab pot stuff first. Let's get the bait. And let's make this work. And then we might as well just put the glasses in. I like doing other things other than the glasses and the CDs, but they give us refined quartz, which is actually good because we're going to be making lightning rods soon. So that's good. So one of the things that we have on the agenda set down from Dino is that we want to basically use up all our geodes and give all our stuff to Gunther and that sort of thing. We still have stuff at the mine, though, so let's go back up that way. And the idea being we'll pick up all our fish, go down and sell them to Willie, and then we will have a lot of room inventory after we've sold those fish to do all the geode stuff that we need to do, because every time we process a geode, if it's a new item, then you need a new spot for it. So oh, look, we have some salmonberry. Oh yeah, so we can use that for food if we need. And we got got some leek. Moving right along. We're going to say hi to Linus, but we don't give him the salmon berry just yet. We're going to give out gifts soon, but we're not ready just for that. Some more leek. And we're going to make our way, given that we have leek, see if we can find more horseradish, because that would match up stuff. Oh, I see rings. Oh, let's go and finish what we're doing. And hopefully the rings will be there when we're done. But we can't get those rings unless we're on the island. So let's get to the islands. It's a long way to run. I hope they don't run out before we get there. That would be unfortunate. And no, we made it. All right, so let's put our water, our line in the water. We got some green algae, and we got a bullhead. Finally, we finally got a bullhead. We've been waiting for this for a long time. So that's going to match our bundles. So that'll be now we get 2 bullhead. When it rains, it pours. So we're going to finish off that bundle. That'll be nice to get that out of the way. We are all out of rings, so we're going to go back to the original plan of take all the fish out of the mine, including now the extra bullhead, and sell that to Willie. We could probably leave the spring onions behind as well. It's not a bad place to leave spring onions, given that we could use them later on. So, okay, we're kind of full up. Let's stop at the community center on the way through and drop off our bullhead. And then make our way down to, okay, use the right tools. There we go. We found a library book. Yay. Then we will make our way down to Willie, empty all of our fishy stuff, and then go and do the geode thing. So we just have sturgeon left on that bundle, but we can't do sturgeon until I think summer and winter is the sturgeon seasons, but nonetheless it's not spring. So, yeah, we don't care about the birthdays. Haley wants a quartz. Go figure. We brought some extra quartz just in case we could sell it to, not in case. We know we're going to sell it to Clint. But you know what, Haley? You can have one because you're such a nice person. Even though sometimes you're really rude to me. But we got something out of it. Oh, and of course we had the raising animals, 100 from before. I never think of doing that because it's not associated with a specific activity I do. It sure happens in the middle of the night when Robin's done building the coop. So, okay. You know, now I'm a bit concerned it's Saturday. We better make sure Willie's here. I don't think he's here on Saturdays. Because if he's not here, this is going to make... Oh, it's not here. He's not here. It's going to make a mess. We're going to have to start dropping stuff all over. And now that we have the magnet ring, we have to drop it even farther because it's going to find us. All right, let's see what we can do here. So let's drop... We'll try and drop the bullhead. Nope, we got the bullhead. It's right away. Okay, let's not do that. All right, let's find some more room here. Okay, drop the carp. Good. Drop the carp. Good. Drop the largemouth bass. Drop the bullhead. I think we're on a roll here. I still don't think it's enough room, but let's do what we can. Process geodes. Cool. So we probably shouldn't be, I don't know if the Omni Geode matters, but certainly the regular geode has a luck effect. So we're probably hurting ourselves here by doing it on low luck day. But the thing is, luck is so important for everything else too. So I don't necessarily mind losing a bit of luck on geodes. So we got a couple things we can take to Gunther. Let's do that. No, let's sell off our quartz. And none of the stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm checking to see, as long as it says take it to Gunther, then Gunther welcomes it. Once we've taken it to Gunther, then the description changes to what it actually is, as if somehow by giving it to Gunther we know better. I guess we do. So let's go back. Yeah, we keep getting that fish back. That magnet ring is a double-edged sword. It works well when we want to get stuff, not so well when we want to drop stuff. So we got a few other new items. I think that might be... Did we get slate before or did we get sandstone before? I don't remember. No, we didn't get sandstone before. We must have gotten slate. So they're sort of boxy. Oh, come on. Harvey, I'm trying to get through here. Yeah, one of the weaknesses in Stardew Valley, if you're going through a door, especially if you have something in your hand, when you click the door, if someone just came through it, instead of going through the door, you actually end up giving him whatever you have in your hand, which has caused problems in the past for me. So I don't know how you'd get around that from a sort of a mechanics operations side. But I try not to have anything in my hand when I'm going through a door, just for that reason. So we got a few things. I think we have enough earth crystals at home, so let's get rid of those. We're going to take the limestone to Gunther. And Gunther already told us that we had some rewards. We're going to see what those rewards are. I think it's everything we need. So we are looking for a star fruit, and we are looking for 9 melon. That's awesome. The other one we don't really care about. Some of the interior design stuff I don't really bother with. So maybe part of the game is to do that, but I haven't found it fits with my strategy at all. So it doesn't bother me so much. So we're going to have to go back for those other fish, but we do want to clear out inventory space before that. The other thing we want to do, Dino didn't say this, but I think it's really important to get a second furnace. So why don't we do that? And a furnace is made from stone and coal ore. Iron ore, copper ore. We have a lot of copper ore. We have sufficient stone. I wouldn't want to be throwing away stone, but I think this is a good use of that. So now we can double our capacity of what we're going to fire up. So the plan really is to gather up enough iron so that we could upgrade our axe. And it hasn't been going as fast as I'd like. I mean, not because I've been trying to slow things down, just there's other priorities such as mining that I can't be around the farm loading and reloading if I'm away mining. So we did take that leek and the last horseradish we had and made the summer seed, or the spring seeds, I should say. So we shipped that. That's going to be good. We shipped all the fish. We're going to do the kiln one more time. That's good. And we will make our. We didn't check up here, did we? Because we went on the mining way last time. Okay, so we don't have any forage items there. And what we want to do is pick up our fish. Once we've picked up our fish, I don't know, is there something we're missing? Because I think we've covered everything Dino laid out. I think the next best thing is just to go mining. That's sort of where my head is on this. I mean, the next important thing is still going to be ores and money, both of which mining tends to be okay with, really. On the ore side, it's the only way we're going to get ores, really. We can say hi. So Maru's talking about her dad. There's her dad. Hi, Demetrius. The scientist, she calls him. The scientist. So the other thing we want to do, if we have time, is there's a few things here that we really don't need, like extra swords and extra boots and stuff. So if we have time at the end, we're going to take them over to Marlin and turn them into cash. So this worked out well that I could trap this slime. It's always good to trap slimes when you're fighting them. Right where I needed to swing for the ghost. So that's a good thing. So I'm going to come back for the dancing sprite. Oh, we're going to take care of this. I was going to go in right away, but we might as well grab that iron. There's more iron on that page, but no sense in it. Again, keep the ghost on the side that we're already shooting for other animals, other beasties. So that's good. I thought maybe we got gold, so I thought it was something else. It's good to get gold. I like that we get gold because we're not even at 80 yet, and we're going to potentially, actually, once we get back, I think we have enough gold and iron and copper to make a bar of each, and that's going to be one of the bundles that we need. And then the only thing that's going to hold us back from minecarts are the fire crystal, or I think it's called fire crystal, the red sort of quartz, fire quartz. So now, we've beat all the beasties on the page, but I guess there was one coming from off the page that we had to get to. So that's good. And we got the ghosties. And we got some, keep the ghosties on the same side as the slimies. That's kind of important. We're going to do the ghost first. Got some more gold. And we got a way out, and we're up to 59. This is one of those long, snaky layouts. So I try and get all the stones right from the beginning because you don't want to have to get to the end and then realize that the stone that you missed was the ladder. And you have to go, oh, we got a ladder. We're out. That's good. Okay, and we got room for the crystal dagger, which once we get the insect head, the crystal dagger is kind of obsolete. So we're going to sell the crystal dagger. Just that's the way we roll. So let's clear that out. And then the three sortie weapons, and the one booty thing we're going to sell off to Marlin. I don't know that it's a ton of money, but it's nice to clear out the inventory. Sometimes the value is just clearing out inventory. We have a lot of bat wing at home as well. We'll need at least, I think, 10 or 20 bat wing for a couple of lightning rods. So I think we're set up there. If not, we'll just have to come back and hit a few bats. We tend to be okay at that. So on our way back home, going home. So we still are a bit ahead. I mean, we have to close the barn door, the coop door. Otherwise, that could be problematic, trying to find all our animals in the morning. Instead of closing the door, we went in the door. That's not what we had intended to do. We're going to reload our furnaces. And like I said, we have 6 gold, so that's 5 of them are going to go towards furnace, and 5 of the iron are going to go towards that. And then we will have at least 1 copper, 1 iron, and 1 gold bars, and that will be the bundle that we need. One of the bundles in the furnace room. So let's get rid of our fishies. And we've done a good job of cleaning up the mine side. We've done a good job of cleaning up this side. We got some time. Let's get a couple of trees in. Not a lot of time, maybe just 1 tree. Let's see what we got. We can do a second tree. Again, I don't want to cut down the weeds. That would make transportation through here and motivation through here a little bit easier. But the thing is, once we wait till summer, the weeds actually give us a little more value when we chop them up, because they could include mixed flower seeds, which have a fair bit more value than the mixed regular seeds. So just trying to appreciate that. And we're going to head back, stay the night. Oh, we got level 5 combat. That's awesome. And we got some money from the seeds, and we just made the moon upset. It's a little. Some of the Easter eggs are good. So going to be clear and sunny all day on the 28th. Actually, that'll be the 29th. And good humor on the 28th. I think that's awesome. Back to you, Dino. Okay, thanks, Av. Yeah, the decision to make the furnace was a good one. So I've been thinking about that. Wanted to put it on the big easy, but you making the call, having the ores in front of you and everything, yeah, it was a good call. That's the right thing to do. So all the things that we wanted to accomplish: water the crops, pet the animals, the ladies are happy, harvest. And we got, 9 or 12 cauliflower. And then we'll have another 9 tomorrow. That's going to be good. We processed the geodes. The plan was sound until we realized that Willie wasn't in today. So good on Av for making the best of the situation. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, even if it doesn't really follow the plan all that well. So well improvised. We found our fishing rings. We got a bullhead. That's a nice feather in the hat. We got the checkbox there. We can finish that one off. So as well, or at least going forward, I guess, we want to look at the summer crops, and we did some calculations when we were talking about the spring crops. Starting at the beginning of the season is a little different because you can take full advantage of anything that is regrowth. But then we want to do sort of an apples to apples comparison, and good on Concerned Ape or anyone who's working on Stardew Valley. They create enough of the issues that you'd see in the real world that we can talk about essentially real world issues. So typically you can't get a good apples to apples comparison for everything you want. You'd love to have that. It'd make the decision making so much easier. But even here in Stardew Valley, we have the problem that it doesn't exactly line up. So let's walk through it as it is and talk about that and make sense of it. So if we're looking at the plants, whether they have regrowth or not is going to make a bit of a difference. So for example, melon has no regrowth. So if we're looking at the lift, how much we gain from it is going to be the fruit value that we get when we harvest it times the yield. In this case, there's just 1 per crop. minus the cost of the seed. Now I say there's one per crop. There is an option for the great melon, and whether it's same as the great pumpkin or the great cauliflower or the great winter melon, and I think key fruit too, or Q fruit, whatever. I've never actually seen one of those. I haven't played long enough for that one, but either way, there is an option based on every 9x9 group of melons planted. The top left could actually trigger a great melon. There's a 1% chance of that. So, even with our best arrangements, if I have, 14 essentially consecutive groups of those, that even at 14%, that's a 1 in 7. 7 seasons before you actually see it. So, on a pro forma basis, it doesn't really make sense to anticipate, especially since even after you get it, it's still not apples to apples from the standpoint that I get 16 to 23 instead of 9, but the 9 could have quality buffs, silver, gold, iridium. The 16 to 23 do not. So let's just say we're going to do it without the great melon. And we're going to say it could be better if there's a great melon involved. So the base sells for $275, and we're expecting one per crop. The seed costs $80. We can subtract $80 from $275 to get $195 lift. It took us 12 days, so the $195 divided by 12 is going to be 16.25 G per day. That's a really good return, better than we've seen in the spring. So there's one example of the calculation. You take the fruit value, you multiply it by the yield, you subtract the seed, and then you divide by the number of days it took. If you do have regrowth, then it's not just one fruit. You now have sort of a cascade of fruits. So for example, hops does have regrowth, and the base hop sells for 27, but we don't just get one, we get one 11 days in, and then one 12 days in, and 13 days in, etc., etc. So we end up with 17 of these. So the 17 multiplied by that 27 cost us 60 G at Piers. So we can do 17 times 27 minus 60, which works out to about 400. It's actually 399 G. So the 399 G, we're actually growing through the whole season. So we divide that by 28 to get 14.25 or 14.25 G. So there's an example of how you do the calculation if there's a regrowth. Now, there's another exception again. Sunflower seed does not have regrowth, so it seems like it should be easier. But as part of the yield, it will give you one sunflower. But it'll also give you either 0 or 1 or 2 equal probability seeds. So if I do the calculation religiously, I'm going to say our lift is going to be 88 plus the seed that we get on average. And then we have to subtract the seed that we paid for. Well, arguably, that just gives us 88. Notwithstanding, the seed that we got and the seed that we paid for may be a completely different dollar values. So if we just, the buy-sell spread is all over the place. And if you buy it at Joja Mart, it's different because instead of 200, you pay, I think, 125, and then you get 100 for every seed you sell. I don't know if it's the exact same seed that you just bought or if you can use harvested seeds. I've never actually gone down that path. But without getting too complicated, we're going to say the lift is going to be 88 plus the seed minus the seed, or just 88. It goes through 8 days, so that's going to be 11 G per day. So there you get a comparison of those, but you also have to consider that it's not always the base fruit that you get. Sometimes you get silver, sometimes you get gold, sometimes you get iridium, whatever the case. I've included iridium, not that there's a really good chance that we're going to get iridium this time. I probably should have stopped at gold. But either way, give you the range. So if I look at all of them and I redo the calculation, not at the base fruit, but at basically the iridium fruit, we can now see what that range looks like, and we can plot that range. So we can see melon runs anywhere from, 16, 17, whatever, to like 36 or whatever, probably 18 to 36 kind of thing. Whatever, I forget we started at. Hops, something along the line of 15 to 32 or 16 to 32 kind of thing. Sunflower, We know it's 11. Double would be 22. So I guess it's going to be 11 to 22. But you can see those. And that doesn't count the fact that we have post-processing. So for example, on melon, we will likely put those in a jar or a keg. Hops, we'll definitely put those in a keg. Sunflower, you can process the seeds, but not the sunflowers. But even look at the bottom blueberries. Those are great, probably one of the best for the dehydrator. So I tend to grow those just for the dehydrator. Now that I look at the range, though, it may not even be worth doubling in the dehydrator. I may have to relook at that to see if that even makes sense anymore. But for now, we're going to go with the momentum we have. We're going to plant melons and hops primarily. We want to have a sunflower the for the bundles. We want to have a hot pepper for the bundles. We want to have a poppy for the bundles. We want to have a tomato for the bundles. We want to have corn, and in this case, quality corn as well for the bundles. And we want to have wheat in the bundles, but wheat is going to be funny. So let me talk about the plant layout that I'm looking at. So this is what I'm expecting to do. You'll see that we got like 48 melon there, all towards the house, and then some mixed seeds if you're going left from that, and then a couple radishes. The way it looks now, and then of course we have a whole bunch of blueberries and tomatoes and hot pepper. I'm wondering if, just because we need one hot pepper and one tomato, and especially since they're regrowth, we don't need any radish, but it's nice to have one just in case we have a quest. I'm wondering, instead of having a row of a three-part row of hot peppers and a three-part row of tomatoes, if I just do one row of hot pepper, tomato, and radish and clean some of that up. The wheat, I was saying, we need 10 wheat and 10 hay. And hay usually comes from getting wheat. So that'd be great if we could just plant 10 wheat and be done with it, but we need 10 wheat of the same variety. So we need 10 base wheat or 10 silver wheat or 10 gold wheat or 10 iridium wheat. So to get 10, we have to actually plant more. So I'm going to plant, in this case, 15, and hopefully that'll get us there. If not, the mixed seeds will actually do sunflower and or wheat and or radish. And or there was another one I don't remember right now. Hot pepper, I guess. So we can probably make it up that way. But either way, if we need one or two more wheat, they only take 4 days to grow. So we can make that up. But I think 15 is a good starting point. So you'll also notice that I've calculated we need 48 melon, 8 hops plants, 1 poppy plant. That's wrong. It should actually be 3 poppy plants. And 15 wheat, 9 blueberries, etc., etc. Works out to about 5,600 G. 9 of those melons we just got from Gunther, so we don't need those 9. That's another 720 that we don't have to pay for. We actually have to add the 2 poppies that I missed. But as well, if I start consolidating, it's going to get down to the 4,000 or 5,000 range. Hopefully we'll have enough then. I think we will. But this discussion of where things are going to go, how much they're going to cost, what the return is, what the thinking is very important in production management circles. People who skip over this and just sort of take it upon themselves to do the right thing are probably doing the wrong thing. So this is just good practice in production management. And if you've not been exposed to good practice in production management, there it is. Sasa. So hopefully this will help. Hopefully you're getting something out of these slides and Av's work and my commentary. So if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments, because we want to make it better experience, better learning, better entertainment, whatever the case. For now, until the next day, day 28, this is Dino the Ops Guy signing off.